Hey, what's up guys? Ethereum is fluctuating near its all-time high. Despite the high price, in this video I will explain why right now it's actually a really good time to buy ETH. Then Raoul Pal will explain why he's loading up on Ethereum at this current moment. This video is presented by BlockFi. BlockFi provides financial products for crypto investors such as high-yield interest accounts, USD loans, and no-fees trading. With BlockFi, you can get up to 8.6% APY. It works with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or stablecoins. Do you need cash? Now you do not have to sell your crypto and pay high taxes. With BlockFi, you can use your crypto as a collateral to get a cash loan. Now, BlockFi utilizes ACH that will enable users to connect their bank accounts with BlockFi and deposit/withdraw funds into/from BlockFi with no fees. Also, just recently Visa partnered with BlockFi to release a new credit card where users will receive 1.5% back with Bitcoin. Right now, you can earn up to $250 of crypto bonus when you open a new account and sign up with the link blockfi.com/Aimstone in the description box below. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up today. Let's start with Ethereum price action. As of the time of this recording, 1 ETH is wiggling about $1,200 a coin. Unlike Bitcoin, it's near its all-time high. Ethereum chart looks very bullish. Ethereum did not lose any positive momentum in the short term and in the long term. I'm not going to be surprised at all to see Ethereum at $1,500 in early February. However, I would be surprised to see ETH under $1,000. Here is one of the reasons that this can actually be a good time to buy Ethereum even though we're near its all-time high. As you can probably know, as contrarian investor, I tend to avoid buying Bitcoin and Ethereum during this stage of euphoria. During this stage of FOMO, this is actually the stage where newbies get sucked into the market because of psychological appeal to euphoria, and often than not, they get wrecked. Personally, as contrarian, I always resisted buying cryptocurrencies during those times. In fact, I don't think I ever bought during the euphoria and it worked out very well for me. It doesn't mean that I'm selling during euphoria. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not selling. I'm just not buying. Even though Ethereum near its all-time high, market sentiment indicates that we are no longer in the state of euphoria. If you take a look at Ethereum interest through the Google trend, we will notice that Ethereum surge dropped significantly. It dropped from the recent all-time high of 100 points to the current 56 points, which means Ethereum interest from the public dropped almost in half. We are also currently below 2017 bull market top. In proportion to the current all-time high, back then, surge reached 78 points. I do expect the interest in surge to drop even lower, but it does not necessarily mean that the price will drop lower. Bitcoin Google search also looks very appealing to contrarian investors. Bitcoin surge dropped from recent 66 to 32 points, which means it dropped in half as well. And comparing to 2017 bull market top, the current interest is only 32% with respect to 2017 all-time high, which means interest right now is 3 times less where it was back in 2017. Current Bitcoin $30,000 price tag could also be an appealing buy for contrarian investors. What is interesting about Ethereum, as price continues to go up, Ethereum balance on exchanges continues to decline, which means custodials transferring Ethereum on behalf of their wealthy clients to the cold storage. It also means that retail investors is likely transferring ETH to their hardware wallets, which is a very smart move. I would suggest everyone to move all your crypto from crypto exchanges to your hardware wallets, as crypto exchanges is becoming a bigger and bigger liability. In fact, one of my good friends yesterday got SIM swapped, which means some bad actor called his phone number provider, impersonated him, and was able to swap his phone number to another device, in which case the bad actor got access to the email account and two-factor authentication application. My friend started receiving emails regarding attempts of Coinbase password reset, and he noticed that his phone lost network connection. Luckily, he quickly called his cell phone provider and locked the phone number. The lesson here is possibly find a better phone provider such as Ifani, an American most secure and private cell phone network. Remove your phone number from the Coinbase and never keep your crypto on exchanges only when you are buying or selling. That's it. Okay, let's go back to Ethereum. If you take a look at this chart, just recently we had 100% of Ethereum addresses that are in profit. Right now, since Ethereum pulled back a bit from its all-time high, there are around 95% of Ethereum addresses that are currently in profit. So, if you bought Ethereum at any time during the past 5 years, maybe with exceptions of the few days of 2017 and few days in 2021, you would be profitable. Once again, it's ironic how human psychology works. How many newbies tend to pile in during the euphoria stage and eventually get hurt when market sentiment reverses? But once again, right now market sentiment is not in depression, nor it's not in euphoria. Here is another cool chart. This chart represents Ethereum and Bitcoin daily transaction count. Take a guess which one is which. Okay, let me tell you. Ethereum transaction count is actually represented by this green color, while Bitcoin transaction count is in red. Right now, Ethereum daily transaction reached an all-time high. It even surpassed 2017 bull market top. Currently, ETH daily transactions surpassed 1.2 million transactions, while Bitcoin daily transaction count right now is at around 300,000. The main reason why Ethereum has a higher transaction count than Bitcoin is because it is slightly faster and it also has a different use case. Nonetheless, I think this is a very cool chart. Now, let's take a look at Raoul Pal, where he explains why he's loading up on Ethereum at this current moment. Let's take a look.
It's supposed to be terrifying, but I actually get excited when the sell-offs happen, because if I can find any cash under the sofa, I just stick it back into that market. So I actually look forward to sell-offs because in this kind of volatile market, those sell-offs are your friend until they're not. The difficulty is deciding when they're not your friend any longer, when the trend has turned. How I think about that is I wrote an article for GMI that was published in Real Vision Pro this week, which I think is one of the most important articles I've ever written, maybe the most important article I've written about cryptocurrencies. It's going to be released free on Real Vision Crypto next week. So anybody who's watching it, you'll see this article, and it basically talks about network effects and Metcalfe's law and how you value cryptocurrencies most like a social media platform as opposed to a commodity. And so that's a little bit revolutionary in thinking, because it actually shows that something like Ethereum is actually very similar to Bitcoin, but it just started 5 years later. So it's following basically Bitcoin's path 5 years ago. It's truly extraordinary how similar they are. And it's to do with network effects, a number of wallets and a bunch of other stuff. Within that, I talk about S-curves as well. So S-curves in businesses is you get the network effect or the growth phase, and then it tends to tail off. And then you either have to kind of reinvent yourself, invent new products, change your business, and you get the next S-curve up, or you can fail. Now, I was thinking this through. Once I was discovering this, I was thinking, okay, well, why does crypto have these big sell-offs? The halving cycle, the network effect increases, the wallet addresses increases, the prices rise, the market caps go up. Why the big sell-off? And it dawned on me, it's pretty simple. Even though everybody says they're a holder or a hodler, the reality is at some point, you actually want to transfer back into fiat to cash in you cash in your crypto chips for lifestyle chips. And the lifestyle chips happen to be US dollars, because that's how you buy a house, a car, put your kids through school, or anything else. So you have to go back into the regular economy. So most people say, oh, we don't do that. We're waiting for the Bitcoin ruling the world. The reality is, if you get a chance to buy a house or buy a car, you'll take it. So what happens is, as a few people get to the point where they think, okay, this is ridiculous. I've now made so much money. I want to start cashing in some crypto chips for lifestyle chips. Right. It starts pushing everybody towards that. And what you do is you unwind a significant portion of the rally that's come before it. So it's just normal human behavior. And I think that's all that drives it, is when it becomes worth so much that your $5,000 is now worth 100 grand. Well, you might want to cash in that 100 grand for something else. Yeah, and I've told people about this, is you do not get the kind of crazy upside you get in Bitcoin without the downside volatility. Yeah. 32% corrections are very standard. In 2017, I had about 4 of them. In 2013, I had a 45% correction. That needs to be taken in context with the upside. So people need to understand what this asset looks like. It's very volatile, but it has a very skewed risk reward. So, I've been personally adding, so over time, and I've talked about this, I added Ethereum, and then I've added more Ethereum as I think that the people start moving out the risk curve. So Bitcoin is the safe asset. Ethereum is the next least risky asset, but has a bit more risk characteristics. So in a bull market, tends to outperform. And then the next phase of that is the alts, which are the smaller market cap tokens and coins that tend to be very speculative. But within them, there's actually some very decent products, projects, protocols, tokens that usually outperform massively. So if I think about how I think about it, I think Bitcoin could do another 10x from here over the next 12 months. Ethereum could do 20x. You can see that in the Bitcoin Ethereum chart itself. If it breaks this 0.04 level, it's at 0.037 right now, breaks that, that's a big inverse head and shoulders rounded bottom. So that would suggest Ethereum outperforms. So it could do double what Bitcoin does. Some of these alts could do 50x. So, but they're riskier. So you have to allocate smaller amounts of capital. The wrong game is what many people do is like, they're going to go up more, I'm going to put all my money into those. No, that's how to go broke. Yeah. The way is to think, can I get some extra alpha, some juice out of my trade by going slightly out on the risk curve and changing my asset allocation a bit? So that's how I think about it. Trying to keep a portfolio which is mainly Bitcoin, then a good chunk of Ethereum, and then a small speculative thing that could pay off well if it works. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't hurt me much.
Raoul Pal believes Ethereum is following Bitcoin path is just 5 years behind. The number of wallets continue to make an all-time high. The number of daily transactions continue to make all-time high as well, and so on. He said that he just bought more Ethereum. He admitted that Ethereum is more riskier than Bitcoin, but he believes that if Bitcoin can make another 10x from here, then Ethereum can make 20x. 20x would put a single ETH at around $24,000 a coin. It's hard to imagine Ethereum being at 24K, but guess what? In early 2017, when Ethereum was at $10, nobody could have ever imagined that a few years later, Ethereum would be at around $1,000. The moral of the story is, be open-minded, be self-disciplined, be patient, and most importantly, have a long-term outlook. Let me know what you guys think about the current price of Ethereum. Is this a good time to buy ETH? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more videos.